Hey, what's up guys, it's me, Sanosuke, and today I'm just going to be doing a brief little video in regards to Naruto chapter 604 I did recently. Of course, recently I read the chapter. I could not make a little discussion video, so there's a couple points that I wanted to bring up and then hear you guys' thoughts. First of all, in my opinion, this chapter was relatively good. It was a little too short. It kind of just happened in the order of Obito leaves, he goes out to find Rin and Kakashi, and then at the end he comes to find that Kakashi has Chidori, or I guess at this time it probably is still Chidori and hasn't become Raikiri yet, but he has Chidori'd Rin through the chest, or more specifically through her heart. Now, while the overall theme of what the hell happened was, pretty short and obvious or clear, there was a lot of key elements or key things that we see or hear, or that are said or read, whatever, in the chapter. First off, the first thing I want to bring up is, at one point, when we see Obito, Tobi, whatever you want to call him right now, Obito, when he's preparing to leave, you see all the tools and the weapons that he comes to use later on. You see Madara's fan, you get to see the giant ass shuriken that he threw at Kakashi and them earlier on in the chapter, in the manga, during their fight. You see the scythe, you see basically all Madara's tools that Tobi or Obito, I'm just going to interchange the names, whatever, because of the damn mask thing, but Obito uses later on. So that was pretty interesting. And then, of course, one thing that a lot of people have been keying in on is the fact that Madara wakes up right when he's about to leave, and basically tells him that you're going to be back, so quit thanking me. It's kind of like Madara knows what the hell is really going on, and it's kind of gives me the impression that Madara is sort of manipulating things, or giving credence to some sort of deception. Basically, the typical Naruto shit with a villain, take Orochimaru for example, and even Tobi himself, and how he sort of was able to manipulate Sasuke by using the truth, and he probably changed some things around to fit his need, but by using the truth to make Sasuke kind of do what he wanted type of deal. So it seems to me like it's your typical villain persona that's kind of taken over Naruto so far. So that was interesting that Madara woke up or whatever. And so, of course, they keep running, they go through the forest, and while they're going through the forest, Zetsu mentions that something about, that they're fighting, or Kakashi and Rin are fighting experimental mist bodies. Now, we don't know what the hell that could mean. That could mean that they're trying to make a Zetsu type of their own, some sort of crazy clone type of deal. So, of course, that fits into the end of the chapter when we see Kakashi stab Rin or whatever. That could, for all we know, not be the real Rin, but we do see that Kakashi is crying at the end of the chapter. So, he could have mistakenly Chidori the real Rin, or something could have happened. But I personally don't think that that is the real, actual Rin, because in the prior chapter, I think it was chapter 600 or 601, whichever, Obito says that he wants revenge or whatever because Kakashi let Rin die. Not that he killed Rin. If he killed Rin, I could definitely see this dude wanting to freaking kick Kakashi's ass, because that would make sense, if he legitimately killed Rin. But yeah, that's why I don't really think that Kakashi actually kills Rin, or that that's the real Rin, because of just different remarks and comments that have been made throughout the chapter and previous chapters. Now, another thing that I had noted in the previous, or in this chapter right now, that a lot of reviewers are bringing up, is that Zetsu, for some reason, did not know who Minato Sensei was, and he didn't know he didn't seem to know anything about the Yellow Flash. He seemed to just kind of pull an answer out of his ass when Obito asked him, where is he? And he was like, oh, well, it seems that he's on another mission. It's just, to me, it seems like from all that they seem to have gathered a lot of information about who Obito is and all of that stuff. You would think that when he said Minato Sensei, that they would know automatically who he's talking about. So it was just a little interesting to me that the Zetsus did not know who Minato was. And it's kind of like, how the hell do you not know who the 4th Hokage is? Because he is Hokage at this time, so how do you not know who he is? Because I would say that Madara has probably been using the Zetsus to keep tabs on Konoha, because, if he hates Konoha and wants revenge or whatever, or wants basically payback, then it would make sense for him to keep tabs on Konoha. So for him not to know who he is a little off. There's something about that that doesn't seem right. Now, that's just the real big important things that I've noticed within that chapter. And I want to know what you guys' thoughts on those different points are, and those different things that we get to see and get keyed in on, and any other ideas that you have about, predictions or anything that's going to come up in the chapter, or anything that you notice that connects back to the previous chapters. Now, one thing I find outrageously funny, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but does anyone else find that Zetsu, or this Tobi Zetsu, looks like a damn symbiote from Spider-Man or the Marvel comics? Because as soon as the symbiote, or not, see, I'm calling the damn thing a symbiote, but as soon as Zetsu, the Zetsu clone or whatever, the Tobi, opened up and covered him, I was like, what the hell is this? Is this Venom? Like, Venom or Carnage? Who's next? Who's gonna pop up next? Because every time that damn thing opens up when we see Obito and he's all talking and stuff, I'm expecting the thing to close and for him to say some stuff like, we are Tobi, or I am Tobi, or some craziness, because it just seems very related to Spider-Man and the Marvel comics for that thing. I mean, yeah, that's probably just me because I'm a huge Marvel fan and all that stuff, etc., etc. So when I saw that instantaneously reminded me of a Venom or Carnage thing. That's just a little funny side note, and I've been finding myself accidentally calling the dude Venom or the Tobi symbiote or some stupid shit like that. But yeah, back to the actual chapter itself. I enjoyed the chapter. I thought it was pretty good. It was kind of a weird cliffhanger because we kind of know that there's a lot of things that make it so that can't, or shouldn't be the actual Rin. But Kishimoto has been changing things up on us quite a bit lately, and just kind of throwing some crazy curveballs, or just throwing stuff at us that we thought, well, it can't be that person, or it can't be, and he does it anyway and explains it through some flashbacks and some time and all that. But anyway, guys, I just want to know what your opinions are on the chapter and the different points that I brought up, and tell me any other points that you picked up on that you think might be key to the story and what's going to happen next. Anyway, guys, I'm Sanosuke. Thank you so much for watching. It'd be awesome if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. There will definitely be more videos of this nature, talking about Naruto and the different chapters, etc., etc. I don't know if I'll do one every week, but definitely for important and key chapters such as this one. And presuming that they don't skip to some crazy shit like Sasuke or something that no one really cares about right now, I will be doing another discussion video. And yeah, that's about it. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I'm Sanosuke, and I'm out. Peace.